Hey everybody, what's up, and welcome back to Let's Play .hack GU Volume 2. This is Some Type of Artist. Last time, we started the second job extension quest for Haseo, and my god, I still just can't get over this Haseo. If you missed it, Haseo was a pretty big brat. In fact, I think he's about to be a pretty big brat again.
Do you remember when Haseo became Kennard's guildmaster?
I do.
Oh yeah, that was way back when we asked him to run the guild shop for us.
Yup, way back in Volume 1.
Shop Acorn!
LOL. You guys say that as if, like, Shop Acorn still isn't a thing.
We got to see an unexpected side of him.
What was it Adelie said? Everyone really does want to treat other people nicely.
LOL. Still can't get over that they just capitalize LOL.
I'm warning you. Don't make me keep repeating myself. I didn't come here to have fun.
Haseo?
Haseo?
You guys said you wanted to come along, but you've done nothing but talk. You...
God forbid other players are chatting while playing this online video game.
Fine, whatever. I'll do the rest by myself.
Yeah, and Haseo gets all pissy and goes away because other people are having fun. It's like, man,
Haseo, you always try to
Jesus
take on
Christ.
everything yourself and go it alone.
And I hate that they, like, romanticize him for it, too. It's like, that bothers me more than, like, his attitude. Just, like, the fact that other people just, like, keep him in top regard. And I cut out... There was a long walk with nothing in it. I just cut that out because it's like, how many times do we have to walk down large hallways in a cave dungeon, you know?
Alone, this would be easy. No one's slowing me down, or nagging me, or pissing me off, or betraying me.
Why do you seek power, young traveler?
Oh god, are you talking to me? I don't know. I don't... Like, it's already, like, a very, like, introspective kind of quest. I don't know, but just, like, adding, like, the talking statue to it just seems like overkill.
Friends. Yeah. But you shouldn't have them in the first place. That way, you'll never have anything to lose. Or so I thought.
But Haseo, there's no meaning in that. Personally, I think it's also important for us to slow down sometimes and stop and enjoy things like flowers blooming around your ankles. Nice things, like meeting new people.
I mean, I think you've got some real leadership skills.
And I second that thought. Come on, let's do this together.
Okay then. Glad to have you, Haseo, our new guildmaster.
I'm such an idiot.
Yeah.
I always seem to forget the things that are really important. I think I'll bring those guys along after all. From now on, we're moving forward together.
So Haseo learns for, like, the second or third time now about, like, the importance of friends. It's kind of annoying just how, like, often this needs to go on. And I'm guessing I stood still there for that long because I was shaking my head because I had to go and walk all the way back. So instead of skipping it, I'm just gonna fast forward it just to show how dumb and repetitive and stupid and unnecessary that all was. And Gaspard and Silvas are still there, all sad because Haseo, who's been treating them like crap the entire game, is mad that he's doing it yet again. And he, like, I don't even think he, like, apologizes either. He, like, tries to, like, make, like, an excuse or something.
Wait. Let me say this. The beast statue is over there. There are no more monsters.
He says that as if he like cleared them out for them. Like he was doing them a favor. Like he just couldn't apologize. He just it's so annoying that he like realizes he was wrong, but like he still can't say that he was wrong. But, you know, Syllabus and Gaspard are too nice, and they just like eat it all up and get ready.
Hey, wait up!
Get ready for the glomp. So happy. Just like, look how happy they are. Oh, this is one of my favorite shots of the whole game. Just like how happy, and they just like attack Haseo. Gaspard knows it.
You guys.
And they like they wrote out the text like he and lol.
Haseo, let's go on together.
Yes, let's go on together.
Let's go.
And you know, they could have just warped us there, like cut out the transition itself, but now we've got to walk all the way back. Again. And I also go the wrong way, because I'm an idiot. But yeah, I don't know, this just like... And again, what happened to Syllabus, like, being so, like, apprehensive with, like, emailing Haseo about this in the first place?
Wait!
It was like, Haseo...
We have to open up this treasure box all together.
All
The final
together?
trial in this quest is all about working together with your friends. If you open the treasure box by yourself, the item will just disappear.
And you'd have to go and do it all over again.
Oh god, we've already done enough stuff all over again in just these
So
past
that's
10
why
minutes
you
by
guys said
itself.
you'd come with me.
Yep, that Antares guy told us that we,
Antares? So you're working with him?
Gaspard? Man, it was supposed to be a secret.
Way to go,
I'm
Gaspard.
sorry. I just let it slip.
I'm curious. Why did you help me?
Because you're friends, God,
Lately, you always
Haseo,
look
like...
like you've got something heavy on your mind.
Man.
And so, we wanted to do something to help you out.
Thanks.
Like, if Haseo wasn't spending all his time being such a pissant, I figured, like, this would be, like, a really obvious thing, but, like, I don't know. I guess they just really needed to, like, really rub it in your face that Haseo is, like, growing up and accepting friendship, and... but he still acts like the edgy guy that he was meant to be, to target the older demographic of Dot Hack fans. It's like, I don't know. I don't understand, like,
Let's go then.
Haseo at all. Like, what they wanted out of him, who they... Jeez, I don't know. It was so annoying. But, like, that thing about Syllabus, it's like, Syllabus emailed you in the first place, like, he was, like, stuttering and everything. I don't know, like, the whole context of that made me feel like Haseo was worried. I mean, Syllabus was worried that, like, Haseo and Gaspard... Or no, just Haseo was, like, drifting away from Syllabus and Gaspard and, like, wanted to do something, and that's why they kept on bringing up all of these old memories again, just to, like, remind Haseo of, like, the good times they had. But I don't know. It turned into, like, a whole lot of nothing in the end. Whatever. Here's our new form. Take one last look at second form Haseo. Bye-bye. I wonder what would happen if 3 Adept Rogues did a job extension quest at the same time. Like, would they all get job extensions, or is it just the leader? Why is Haseo the one getting so much attention? Really is the worst. But, yeah, we're back into the third form. What I just personally call Terror of Death form, just because, you know, this is the form he's, like, officially introduced to the game as the Terror of Death, so look at that smug smirk of his. Ugh. But we got our scythe. Yeah, and here they're going to be talking about, like, the greatest feature of GU, and that's, what do they officially call it? Multi-trigger? Yeah, they, this is when you can switch out your weapons at will in the game. It's in battles themselves without going to the menu and, like, you know, taking however long it takes to put one weapon away and, like, bring the other one out. You just, like, whip it out automatically whenever you choose a skill from the skill trigger. And now you can choose different skills from different jobs for the skill trigger. So you can have a twin blade skill, you can have a broadsword skill, and you can have a scythe skill, all in the skill trigger at one time. You don't need to have one particular weapon out, and it's such a godsend. It's so good.
What are you looking at?
We did it! You look awesome, Haseo!
Lol. So many lols in this episode.
So it seems as though you've completed your extension.
And Terrace. Well, you've helped me out again.
Haseo! Go, win your title match. Take the world.
Good luck, Haseo!
Go for it! You can be the Emperor!
Yeah.
Well then, I guess I'll be off. Be sure to thank these guys, alright?
Yeah, seriously, Sao, show some appreciation.
Thank you, Master.
Thought he wasn't your master, Haseo. What happened to that? Yeah, he's gotta be passive-aggressive in showing his thanks for everyone. Can't even thank someone to their face. Alright, whatever. Let's get on. And unfortunately, there's... So, I guess my line of thinking for this, when I was doing the recording for this video, was... Since I only really did, like, that one short floor of, the dungeon we just completed, I wanted to do a quest to fill out a video, because I thought there would be time for it. And I thought it would be good, because it's like, we just got Haseo's new form, and this would be a good time to show it off a little bit. Like, show off the scythe skills, because we have our scythe now, and that's... Well, we'll talk about the scythe in a little bit, but... So many things went wrong afterwards. This particular quest I hated so much, because... As you'll see later on, this thing that we're supposed to be hunting, this shadowless dog that the painter here suggests and wants you to find, he duplicates himself, and it's one of those situations where it's like, find the different one among them. And every time you pick the wrong one, you have to fight a group of them again, and they have a lot of health, and it takes kind of a while, so, like, getting it wrong is, you know, annoying. But, it took me, like, 20 minutes of trying to figure it out, and I could not figure it out for the life of me. And I don't want to play the blame game, but, like, there's a point where it says look for something different on the dog's body, and I spent so much trying to look at it. It turns out there's nothing different about the body at all, just one of them has a shadow and the others don't. And it wasn't even something I was, like, even considering, just because the game told me to look for something else. I don't know if I'd pick it up on my own, if I just, you know, if there was no hint or whatever. I'd like to think I was smart enough to notice that on my own, but I don't know, it took me a long time. I was freaking out because I didn't want the recording to go on for too long, because, you know, that's when video quality starts skipping, and if you already can't tell, it's... This whole area is kind of like a messed up audio visual sync-up situation. But then when I was going through all the footage and, like, trying to figure out what I was going to cut out and what I wasn't, there was so much messed up footage that I kind of just didn't even want to show any at all. Like, I don't know, something about being on the bike and running into enemies on the battle just really messed things up. So I'll apologize that the video and audio quality just kind of don't match up, and it's kind of awkward. I tried to fix it as best I can, but ultimately I just cut most of it out, and I just figured we'll do this later. But look at that! Look at that! We just took out our twin blades just on the spot like that. It doesn't seem like a big deal, but holy crap, it's so cool. And look! Oh my god, it's so good. I love having all those skills, like, at once available. Kinda sucks that you have to use a skill to take out another weapon, but you know what? At this point, I'll take it. It's definitely my favorite improvement that GU Volume 2 did. Just being able to switch those weapons out. Because I was going around with that broadsword, not because I wanted to, just because, like, it's a pain to switch weapons in the middle of battle. And even if you weren't switching them in the middle of battle, it's kind of a pain to, like, keep going into the menu and switching which weapon you want on you over and over again. You know, it's kind of like one of the more annoying things in the original series. If you kept multiple weapons on you for different elemental attacks, and you had to keep switching them out. Granted, I feel like it goes faster in that game, but still, it's being able to do it on the fly in like less than a second is so satisfying.
Might as well just get them all.
But yeah, I cut some monsters out. These are just these are the shadowless dogs that you need to fight. We have our dumb broadsword out, but we're not going to use it. Instead, we're going to show the new awakening form that comes with the second job extension, and ultimately just kind of replaces the beast and demon awakenings altogether. So what'll happen is, in Mario Golf fashion, they'll have this bar, and you have to kind of time your button press for as it's close to the center as possible. And that gives you some bonus time on Haseo's section here, in which you have to like mash as many buttons as you can as fast as you can, and that'll boost the damage it does. And a character's affection is going to have an effect on this, because the higher their affection, the higher like your grace period is for missing the center. Like if you hit the exact center, I think it gives you, what is it, like 3 seconds? And then if you hit it like near the center but not like the exact center, like within the grace area, it'll give you an extra second. So, you know, you can get between like 0 and 6 seconds to mash buttons, and it doesn't sound like a lot of time, but like it can be a lot. But as you can see by the damage, even if you're not doing getting a lot of button mashes in, it shouldn't be a problem. You're going to be doing massive damage either way. Since Syllabus and Gaspard have high affection, we use the scythe in that attack, but there's also a broadsword version for it too, for, you know, characters that have less affection for you. At least that's how I think it is. I'm never quite sure, and I've never seen a Twin Blade version of it either. I don't know if one exists, or if, you know, by the time you get this, there's any characters that you can really, like, you know, try that out with. I think you'd have to, like, if there was any chance of having, like, a Twin Blade version of that, you'd have to have your characters, like, at the bottom of, like, the red circle, level of affection. But, like I said, I've never seen it. I really can't confirm if there is one or not. It'd be easier to find out in Volume 3, because you get a lot of people that join your party at that affection level then, but unfortunately this awakening here is replaced by another one, so you can't even switch to it and try. The only downside, and I'd hardly call this a downside because it's rarely a situation at all, you can only use this awakening when you have 3 people in your party. And those people must also be alive, so if someone falls in battle, you can't use that awakening either. Unlike the Beast and Demon awakenings, where you can just, you know, use it whenever you want to. There's going to be a time later on in this volume where I have to go into a battle with only 2 people, and I think I remember to switch awakenings, or I forget to and then realize it and switch it after that, or something like that. But yeah, I'm kind of disappointed I had to cut so much out, but you know what, there ended up being more footage than I cared for anyway. Like, I really try to keep these episodes between 15 and 25 minutes. I think that's like a reasonable episode length for a Let's Play episode. There was like close to an hour, and I know 20 minutes of that was just me trying to guess which of these dogs was real. And I think that part is coming up just about here. Yeah, so, well, sorry, we'll have to wait until another episode to really show off Haseo's new form, but you know, he's in this form for most of the game now. And by game, I mean like all 3 volumes. There is one more form after this, but you don't get it until very late in Volume 3. So, since we're still, like, you know, before the halfway point of Volume 2, you could say that Haseo is in this form for like half the series. And you know, like, there's so much, like, stupid stuff about Haseo, and, like, his edginess is definitely something that I can't stand, and, you know, the black and red armor, like, the spikes and everything, like, this demon armor, or whatever that he's going for. Yeah, that could be something else that bothers me, but you know what? I don't know, something about it feels very appropriate for Haseo, and I think it looks the best on him. You know, he just kind of, like, feels, like, naked without this, to be perfectly honest. Like, I forget what I said when he got the second job extension. Or the first job extension, really. His second form. But, I don't know. Something about this form is, like, usually what I think of when I think of Haseo. If not this, then his first form. Just because he does spend a lot of time in that form, too. He does spend, like, half the game in the first volume in that. And, you know, all of Dot Hack... Well, no, not all of Dot Hack Roots. He does get this form in Dot Hack Roots, but... I forget exactly how that happens. I think it's in the Forest of Pain. They've mentioned the Forest of Pain several times in forums and stuff. I don't know how much I really, talked about it or showed it off on the forums, but they keep alluding to it, so you kind of get the impression that they want you to know it and ask what is it. Fortunately, they don't really give you much of an answer until, like, post-game in the final volume, when you actually do the Forest of Pain again. But I guess that when they do it in the show, Haseo just goes from his first form to this form. I don't know. I need to watch Dot Hack Roots again. I finished all of the post-game stuff in Volume 3 last night, and I am so glad that's done. That took more than almost as much as the actual game itself for me, and it was very, very tedious. I haven't done all that post-game stuff since my very first playthrough of Volume 3 in, like, 2007, I think it was, or 8. Is maybe when I did it. I don't know, it's weird. I have 2 files from my first playthrough, and one of them is dated at 2007, and one of them is dated on 2008, and there's like months and months of time after that, so I don't know, maybe school got in the way or something like that, and I had to put post-game stuff off until like the summer or something, or until I had like a break, but so happy that's done. So happy that's done. But since that's over, I'm gonna like wait at least a week because I'm kind of really, really burnt out of GU at the moment. But I think I am gonna take a look at Dot Hack Roots and talk about it a little more now, because I haven't watched Dot Hack Roots in a very long time, and I do think it's an important part of the GU experience, just because it's one of the few things in the GU generation that doesn't recap this game or tell an abridged version of it. It is essentially those 8 months that are skipped at the very beginning of Volume 1 that, as this Let's Play is going on and my recent playthrough went on, I'm starting to realize, you know, it's a lot of that stuff probably could have benefited from being told in the game, because, you know, we all have to just kind of, like, accept the fact that Shino was an important person to Haseo. Like, we never get to see them get close or anything. We have no idea what Shino's like. We honestly have no idea what Haseo and Shino's relationship is like at all. We have that one line Ovan says at the end of Volume 1, where they were very close, but, like, hell if we actually know. And for that matter, hell, if we know, like, our relationship to Ovan, he saves us at the beginning of Volume 1, and then we know he disappears, but, like, why? We don't know anything about the relationship between Haseo and Ovan at all. I don't know. It bugs me. The way GU handles everything has really just continually bugged me more and more as time goes on. So, I guess when I finally watch Roots again, I'll have more to talk about with that. Because one of the reasons I put it off so much was because I really wanted to see what was, like, elaborated in the game and what came from, like, supplemental material. So, I don't know. I guess we'll find out later, but whatever. Sorry the video's quality was so weird again. Try to save it best I can, but it's still, like, bleh. Kind of afraid of future videos, but whatever. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.